Forearm strength is so important in everything that we do. So I'm going to give you a complete forearm workout that's going to break down pretty much all of the muscles involved in your forearm. So let's get into it. The first exercise, and probably the most effective forearm exercise for your forearm flexors, is forearm flexor curls. And I prefer using a straight bar because it keeps my wrists nice and straight. You can use dumbbells, that's fine too. It's just a little harder to maintain the proper position the entire time you do them. This is going to be targeting the belly of our forearm, and you rep these out. They are fantastic for forearm flexor strength. We just worked out our flexors, so now let's go on the back and work out our extensors. I use a kettlebell for this, and these are just extensor curls where we reel the weight up, flexing all of the muscles on the back of our forearm. You want to use a relatively lighter kettlebell here because the extensors are a lot weaker than our flexors, but having a nice balance in between as best you can is really good. So this is for extensor strength, and it targets the back here really well. So before I get into the rest of the weird exercises for the rest of your forearm, I want to do one more wrist flexor curl, and that's going to be using a plate. The reason this is going to predominantly work on the wrist flexors and not just necessarily the belly of the forearm is because our fingers are going to be extended and we're going to be pushing up with our fingers on the back of the plate while also clamping down with our thumb. So it is a good thumb workout as well. You just grab onto a plate, you see how my fingers are kind of flat like this, and we're going to let that plate drop as far as we can and then push up with your fingers. And you will feel this right where your wrist connects to your forearm. This is just great for strengthening that area, and it's actually a pretty hard area to isolate compared to doing the bar forearm curls. So if you just did the previous 3 exercises, that would be a great forearm workout. But I like targeting the entire 360 degrees of the forearm. So radial deviation is this movement here, and I just use a hammer to get resistance in that direction. So I pull up, and you can literally feel all the way down, even into your brachioradialis here. And we just pulse this out to work out the side of our forearm. And it's really simple to work out. Ulnar deviation was the opposite direction. We just flip the hammer around, let it sag down, and then pull up with that side, and you'll feel it right here on the side of your forearm. At the very end of most of my forearm workouts, I do like to go until failure. And the safest and best way to do that, in my opinion, is just a dead hang with your body weight. Just hold a dead hang until failure or near failure. And you can do that like 2 to 3 times at the end of your workout. Either way, this is a really good way to well-round your forearm workouts, and hopefully that helps. Sorry, I'm a little out of it today because our dog Chunk had 3 seizures yesterday. He's doing a lot better, he's on medication now, but again, I'm a little out of it.